What is going on, guys? It's Jerron Mon back at it again with another episode of NBA Kicks, the show where we count down the top 10 best sneakers in the NBA every single week of the season. This week we have such an interesting episode because I'm doing something that I have never ever done on the show. I mean, don't get me wrong, we got a great list. We got a collaboration that's incredible. We got one of the best custom colorways of the season. Kind of a debut signature sneaker as well, but finally, the thing that I've never done on the show in the history of NBA Kicks is we are featuring a pair of fakes. Yes, I know that sounds crazy. I will explain a little bit later, so let's just get straight to it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of NBA Kicks. Today's episode is brought to you by Wall Decor Prints. Now, what is Wall Decor Prints? Well, they sent me something in the mail that I know you guys are going to love, so let's check it out. All right, so here it is, the Michael Jordan Stogie celebration. This is one of my favorite Jordan moments of all time, and I feel like it doesn't get as much love as some other iconic Jordan moments, so I had to pick this up. Now, Wall Decor Prints has a ton of other designs ranging from LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, of course, as well as like movies, shows. I'm pretty sure you're gonna find something that really speaks to you, but I just had to pick this one up. I'm really impressed with the clarity of the photo. I mean, this is gonna fit right in to the studio. So if you want a cool way to spice up your room or office, make sure you check out Wall Decor Prints with the link down below. Now I just gotta find a spot to put this thing. Starting off the list at number 10 is Devin Booker with the Nike Book 1. Devin Booker and Nike have been in the news recently for reasons I think they would both like to avoid, but nonetheless, Booker drops a new colorway of his first signature model. This colorway has been dubbed the Moss Point colorway as it's inspired by Devin Booker's alma mater, Moss Point High in Mississippi, and uses an extremely light shade of blue, which in some light can look just white, alongside some hits of silver with a no sir and yes ma'am tags on the heel cups, which have to be a nod to Southern hospitality. There's also a unique tag on the tongue which reads Made in Moss Point. So overall, this is a colorway that connects Booker to his roots, and it also showcases the silhouette's clean aesthetics. Now, like I said, both Nike and Booker have been in the news recently because apparently neither Nike or Booker have been happy with how the Book 1 release has gone so far, which I do find odd for a variety of reasons, mainly because I feel like Nike has been putting out some insane colorways of the Book 1, and I think people's approval rating of the silhouette has gone up from the first time we saw them, but I do have to agree that I think they could be executing the releases of those colorways a lot better. However, you do got to keep in mind that All-Star Weekend is right around the corner, so I would wait to pass judgment on both Nike and the Book 1 until then, because All-Star Weekend really has become the epicenter of like in-season sneaker releases. Next up at number 9 is Jason Tatum with the Jordan Tatum 2. Jason Tatum keeps things rolling with yet another new colorway of his second signature model. Now, this colorway doesn't seem to have a story behind them, which is weird because pretty much every other colorway of the Tatum 2s have had a story behind their design, but these just seem to feature a colorful leopard upper for no reason at all, or maybe Jordan Brand just hasn't revealed what these are inspired by just yet. You know what? That is totally fine with me because I've been extremely impressed with how Jordan Brand keeps supplying JT up with some new colorways, what seems like every single game. So just based on consistency and variety alone, I gotta give him mad props. Coming in at number 8 is James Harden with the Harden Volume 8. Now, I know all of you guys seem to despise the Harden 8s. I actually don't mind them at all. However, this new colorway came in some pretty elite packaging. So this colorway is inspired by Harden's wine company and features a black upper alongside hints of pink and blue, which is the same color scheme that you'll find on a bottle of J. Harden's red blend. Now, I'm not a wine guy myself, but even I have to admit that pulling up with a case of your own wine and shoes that are inspired by your wine is a pretty baller maneuver. If you can't admit that, then you're just a hater. And don't even try to tell me, no, it's the shoes, I just don't like them, because yes, I admit the Harden 8 as a silhouette is hit or miss, but when you take into account the packaging, the colorway, the brand symmetry, the entrance, the style, I mean, come on, it's unique, it's fun, and it's good enough to make this week's list. Next up at number 7 is De'Aaron Fox with the Curry 1 Flotro. Curry Brand's only other NBA athlete gets a player-exclusive colorway of Steph's first ever signature model. Using a gold upper with an interesting white gradient splash on the midfoot, this colorway also features purple laces and a purple outsole, which have to be a nod to the Sacramento Kings. Personally, I love seeing player-exclusive colorways that stay true to that player's team, and these gold and purple Curry ones do exactly that, for an overall look that is both unique and royal, which make them a perfect fit for a king. A Sacramento King, that is. But hey, can we bring back those alternate gold Sacramento King uniforms? I mean, those were hated on back in the day, but I feel like the nostalgia time is right now, so Sacramento, let's bring those back. Next up at number 6 is Jeremy Sohan with the Air Jordan 28. So here we have a retro sneaker that does nothing but put a big fat smile on my face and brings me down Nostalgiaville. When the Jordan 28 was first unveiled, they were an extremely divisive silhouette. Some people loved them and other people hated them. Personally, I loved them. I thought the design was unique, cutting edge, and unlike anything I had ever seen before. And on top of that, the performance of them was absolutely fantastic as well. So for me, it was great seeing these on the court again because it brings me a lot of nostalgia, but also it's impressive because the 28s did have some durability issues with the unlocked zoom unit in the forefoot. I mean, I had a pair that the zoom unit popped on, so for Sohan to be able to rock these all these years later is pretty impressive, and even more so since he brought out this special edition Russell Westbrook colorway. Honestly, I feel bad for you guys if you didn't play in the Jordan 28s because these were an absolute game changer, and I don't know how long it's going to be before we get an Air Jordan 28 Retro. Coming in halfway at number 5 is LaMelo Ball with the MB03. So here we have what I feel is the best colorway of the MB03s that we've seen so far, and they're also a collaboration from a brand that you might not expect. This colorway uses a pretty basic yellow and black color scheme. However, I have always been a fan of this color combination, and the simplicity of this colorway is a nice breath of fresh air from the usually cluttered colorways that Puma has been giving us so far. So overall, I think that these are a really clean look, and on top of that, these are a collaboration with Porsche. Yes, you heard that correctly. Porsche collaborated with Puma to bring us this colorway that I'm sure they're going to hook LaMelo Ball up with a matching car, because we all know how much LaMelo loves his exotic cars. So I can't wait to see that probably during All-Star Weekend, since the release date for this collab is on February 17th, the Saturday of All-Star Weekend, which remember is in Indianapolis, who is known for their car racing culture. I mean, come on, it all makes sense. The dots really do connect here. So shout out to Puma, Porsche, and LaMelo Ball for giving us a cohesive package. This is something that Nike and Booker could be taking notes on. Next up at number 4 is Damonte Sabonis with the Nike Kobe 6. Now everybody knows the Kobe 6s are one of the most coveted Kobe Bryant sneakers of all time. And like I've said on the show before, you can put pretty much any color scheme on them and people are gonna go crazy for them. This colorway that Sabonis rocked against the Mavericks sports a melon upper with a teal swoosh, which I think actually Anthony Davis debuted a few seasons ago. So I don't know if Sabonis got these from his Nike plug or if somehow Davis's pair fell into his hands. Either way, it's still a very solid colorway of, again, one of the best signature silhouettes of all time. I guess now would be a good time to ask you guys what your favorite Kobe 6 colorway is of all time. For me personally, It's kind of hard to pick against the Grinches or the Mambacitas. I mean, those are so iconic, but one colorway that I would love to see released that I don't think has yet are those orange WNBA joints. I mean, my goodness, I love the color orange, so I would love to add those to my collection. But what about you guys? Next up at number 3 is Robin Lopez with the Dame 8 extended play. Robin Lopez strikes again with what he calls his favorite custom pair that he's done so far. Dubbed the Acme Anti-Gravity Jet Boot, this custom is inspired by Space Jam with a variety of characters that are expertly drawn in between the 3 stripes. Robin also went the extra mile on these with a custom box to go along with them, and he even created a whole thing with the anti-gravity jet boot from Acme, which, as you know, is a big corporation in the Looney Tunes universe. So it's not just the shoes that Robin customized here, it's the entire package. So the level of creativity that Robin showed with these is truly remarkable. And plus, the shoes are incredible. I mean, look at these. They look like an actual retail release. That's how sharp the artwork is. I mean, it's so precise. Robin definitely has the belt for the best shoe customizer in the NBA, and it's not even close. Coming in as our runner-up is Kyrie Irving with the Anta Kyrie 1. I am not 100% sure that these are Kyrie Irving's debut signature silhouette with Anta, and I only say that because we haven't gotten an official confirmation on them yet, because I'm pretty sure that these are indeed the Anta Kyrie 1s. Earlier this season, we saw an all-black pair of this same exact silhouette, but now we get to see the potential Anta Kyrie 1s in a new colorway that allow us to see the silhouette a little bit better. Overall, this silhouette, whatever they may be, seem to fit in with Kyrie's style, as Anta has implemented a lot of intricate patterns and shapes, including what looks like a tribal pattern on the midsole, which is someone who was raised in an area that had a ton of tribal patterns, is something that I absolutely love to see. Until we get more information on what this silhouette is and what this colorway is inspired by, everything is speculation at this point, and I don't want to make too many assumptions in fear that I might misrepresent what all these design features are actually inspired by, but at the end of the day, these do look very promising, and I can't wait to know more about this silhouette in the near future. Finally, at number 1, we got PJ Tucker with the Nike Kobe 5s. All right, so we're finally here. You're not gonna believe this, guys, but PJ Tucker, the undisputed GOAT sneaker king, might have been caught wearing fakes. Initially, when I saw these off-white inspired Kobe 5s, my first take was, oh my, those are clean, and maybe the best Kobe 5 customs I've ever seen. But upon further investigation, PJ might have been duped with a pair of fakes. According to Mamba Concepts, who is a well-renowned shoe customizer specializing specifically in Kobe's, and is also the guy who created this off-white Kobe 5 concept, he claims that he never sold a pair to PJ and confirms that they are a factory-produced replica based off his design from February of last year. Now look, there is a gray area here because Mamba Concepts neither created the Kobe 5 silhouette or the off-white theme, but he did mesh those two things together, which is still an art form, but there's a certain level of ownership that you can't exceed or claim for when you use other people's pieces of art to create your own. Like I said, it's still impressive, and Mamba Concepts totally understands this. He just wanted to point out that he was the originator of this Kobe 5 off-white concept, and the pair that PJ rocked didn't come from him. So yeah, they're probably fakes, but whether or not PJ knows that, I don't know. Either way, that doesn't change the fact that these are one clean sneaker that, in my opinion, use the off-white concept better than any other off-white custom that we've seen before. I mean, seriously, everything about these hit the nail right on the head. I want to change one thing about these, and if they were to actually release, they would hands down be one of the most coveted and expensive pair of off-white sneakers ever. Fake or not, these are clean, extremely clean, almost too clean to be fakes, but they are what they are, and they are now officially the best sneaker worn in the NBA during week 12 of the 2023-24 season. Let me know what you guys think about this episode. I know the #1 spot might be a little controversial, so give me your take down below. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button because it helps me out a lot. And make sure you subscribe to the channel for more sneaker-related content just like this. My name is Jaron. It's been great having you. Catch you guys in next week's episode. Peace.